Yo, what up folks, Trevor TCG here with Standard Metagame Challenge. And for this, I've decided to play Blue-White Soldiers, which I've been messing around a little bit with in Explorer. But hey, why not? We'll play it in Standard here as well. Now, some interesting options. Obviously, one of the main things in Standard is that you don't have the plethora of one-drops to choose from. What I've gone for here is Survivor Recallus, because we've got a few different effects to buff our soldiers. The first strike is really good, even though if it starts out pretty small, and also it has the extra ability in the graveyard. Hey, fair enough. Recruitment Officer is obviously excellent. Lets you go spending like mana if you get flooded to go find more creatures. And then Yocean Frontliner, again, buffs another creature you control when it attacks, but also that Unearth ability to bring out the graveyard. We have a few different things in the deck making us want to go wide. An attack with specifically Harbin, who we'll get to next, I guess. When you attack with 5 more soldiers, creature you control get +1/+1 in flying instead of turn. Not only a 3/2 flying human for 2, which already is, pretty good. Considering all the other, human like, soldier for 2, which is already pretty good, as I say. But the go wide ability that gets you over the top into matchups is really, really strong. And so the Unearth helps out with that as well. A couple other things like Sky Strike Officer helping you go wide. Next up, 2 Denix, which is also like being a little bit disruptive for our opponents. Is a 2/3 body with lifelink. And yeah, blocks really well. Nice, and obviously he has a flip side. Card advantage. Valiant Veteran or Soldier Lord. I never actually got around to doing a Dominating United Soldiers deck. Didn't think there was enough tools really at the time. But hey, finally getting to showcase it. Again, buff your soldiers. Has the excellent ability from the graveyard. Hey, if we get flooded, it's relevant. Sure. 3 copies of Thalia. Got the extra one on the board for the matchups, which are really good, but obviously we don't. Legendary, we're playing like 2/2. Like, we'd kind of like to play 3 Habins. Denek's good, but hey, I don't want to get Denek flooded. And then 4 copies of Guardian, New Benalia. List ability lets you scry 2, give you some card collection, and then also, obviously, the discard for indestructible ability. Really, really strong. Brutal Cathar, kind of enough said. Use some removal. Siege Veteran, one of the kind of really big tools, like probably the best tool that Soldiers got in Standards and in older formats, is the ability here to be able to connect to the board. It has a Luminarch Aspirant style ability to put counters on your creatures at the start of combat, but then whenever another non-token soldier you control dies, create a 1/1 soldier artifact creature token, which lets you go away with creatures, and then if you get rat, hey, you've still got a bunch of stuff left. Unless they get farewelled, but we'll hope that doesn't happen. And then, in Standard, the 4 Sky Strike Officer. It's a little slow. It's another like evasive attacker, but letting you go wide again, making tokens, and also the card advantage is pretty good. If you get stored out in a board store. And then lastly, 1 copy of Myrel. The ability here to so during your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Pretty strong already. Obviously, when he attacks, he makes a ton of soldiers. There's a couple of ways to buff protect a little bit. But it's just kind of a, hey, let's play one, try it out, see how it goes. I was actually fairly impressed with it when I was playing with it in Explorer. Which is a one-of, I was like, yeah, sure, okay. Mana base, pile of plains, a single island, an Ottawara, the Django, obviously, 2 utility lands, and then 4 Darker Wastes, 4 Fortified Beachhead, and then 1 Deserted Beach, just to try and get another blue source in there. And hey, we're trying to hit 3 lands. We've got a bunch of, like, 12 at 1, 12 at 3, and 11. Is that maths? No, 15. Alright, anyway. Never mind. In the sideboard, 4 copies of Make Disappear. One of the nice things about playing blue-white is that you get to sideboard into counter spells. You have the choice of maybe having Spell Pierce, but actually, because there are so many important kind of 4-drops in the format when you want to go, okay, I'm going to play out my creature the first few turns, and then hold up a counter spell. And only some of those get hit by Spell Pierce. Some of them are just like big creatures, like Shoulder Red. I need to be able to stop that. And your opponents don't really expect it, especially after you've not got counter spells in that game 1. The extra Dedic for matchups with the graveyard ability is useful. 2 copies of Gavany Dawnguard, kind of for control matches, as you get some extra creatures. 3 copies of Cathar Commando, giving you an instant way to deal with artifacts and enchantments, but also is a 3/1 attacker too. It slices, it dices. A single copy of Destroy Evil, which kind of does double duty, destroys enchantments, which is really, really important, versus Temporal Lockdown, the 3 mana exile all non-land permanent TMC2 or less. Card is very, very strong, very, very good against the deck. You need access for that. And so 3 Catholic Commandos or Destroy Evil kind of hedge towards that, but also can come in against other matchups where the Destroy ability is good. 2 copies of Fate Fires, but just kill it dead. I decided to go with this over the new one, just because if they're paying it too extra to like recast it, the card they're getting off the clue is probably worse than what you're killing. And so this is why we've gone this way. And then, as I said before, the 4th Thalia, and sorry, yeah, there are actually 3 Gavany Dawn Guards here. Yeah, let's see how we do. Don't know if we'll get to a 7-win run. Don't know if we'll get close, but yeah. You up with soldiers. Submit. Wish me luck. We're going to be playing as Sophia. The European regionals go on. I think, is it DreamHack Atlanta where the NA ones are? We're starting up fairly soon. Which actually I was watching a bit of yesterday. The DreamHack itself, just because if you know Ludwig, he's doing a 50-hour stream in a box. Kind of funny. He had some chess boxing stuff on yesterday. But, alright. Have a look, have a look. Being on opponent. Oh, we're on the draw to start off with. You know, you prefer not to be, if possible. Okay. Play a total of 20 lands, which I think is fine. A couple of different card selection things. A couple of ways to draw cards. We're obviously going to mulligan the 1-lander. Yeah. Not exactly what we're hoping for, but it looks fine. Having multiple survivors is kind of awkward. Like, we'll see how it goes. I like the Guardian of the New Balance. It kind of gives us a way to like, okay, the 1-drops are, you know, important, but like, add them on the bus, as it were. I guess I do have to put a survivor back. Put all that through. No, but yeah, there were a couple of decks from Sophia, which is Pioneer, and I was like really excited about. So I put together a video earlier today. All right, Soldier Bureau. Well, hard counted. Attack into me, I dare you. I'm like, well, but my 1-drop's better than yours. I don't care. Okay. Valiant Veteran does do that though. Alright, I would rather get a Guardian and play the... Oh, Thalia... No, Thalia gives me a first rate blocker. Body. So we're not drawing the... We're not scrying before we get to draw for next turn anyway. Yeah, sure. Like Thalia pass. The second Valiant Veteran would be a pretty big punish. Okay, they have their own Thalia, that's fine. But they, so neither is going to be able to attack for a little bit here. Which is fun. Yes. Didn't get a 1-drop. The problem is that when I go... Oh, I guess they can't actually drop to block off. I'm going to make a Guardian. Try and get us towards the 3rd land fast. They also haven't hit a 3rd land, so we're basically playing the mirror right now. We will be able to attack with our Guardian and look to maybe pitch one of our extra 1-drops. Sure. Well, we get to scry first, which is cool, I guess. We thinking about attacking? That'd be interesting. Maybe you attack with Thalias, try and trade them off. We actually drew a land. Pretty nice. Reveal. I'm gonna cast. I think my plan here is actually to counter on the Survivor Corliss. Just to have a large wall of first strike blockers. I'm gonna attack with the Guardian. Will enlist. I'm gonna take Thalia with me. Yeah. Do this. Okay, there's a Valiant Veteran. We're gonna put that land at the bottom. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to... Actually, in this case, I'm actually probably pitching the frontliner. To know that we have the Veteran on top, and this will be another first red blocker. I'll show me yours if you show me mine. Da 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 da. Think they are gonna make this block? Don't love getting a mirror match round 1. If I just lose, if we just lose round 1, I guess this is fine. We gotta see a true showcase of all the ins and outs of soldiers in Standard. At least as far as the mirror goes. Not how they play with the rest of the format. No. But the intricacies of the blue-white soldier aggro mirrors. What are we doing here? Have priority? You thinking about not blocking? Well, this is sus. Putting the front line in the graveyard is also kind of sick because we get to unearth it back later. Alright, so we do actually trade for a creature here. I don't get it. Alright, cool. Anyway. I guess their hand is pretty good then. They didn't have a third land drop. Interesting. I wonder if they make attacks here. They made me go in the Garden of Banana. I'm probably not blocking at all. To be honest. You hit the third land, and Attica wastes. The other thing is if we draw Harbin now we are on 1 to have 3 attackers, okay. Which, I mean, the deck builds itself, they're gonna all look the same. That's pretty nice though, except lets them get a 2/3 toughness attackers. Might take some damage here. I don't think how much we're presenting on the way back. If they attack with 2 creatures, we're gonna be able to crack back for a lot. They're on 20 though. What, we can go Valiant Veteran, bring the frontliner back, attack with 5, they get to block 3. What, taking like... not that much. Like 8 maybe? Probably better to play a bit longer. We'll see, they're pretty indecisive about whether they want to put this token. Thalia is fine. Just the Guardian? Okay, I'm going to go with both. Not. The attack with the Guardian and list the Thalia? Is that the plan? Yeah, sure. I mean, it makes sense if you're going to do it too this way around. So we have the option to, like, you know, put a couple of creatures under the bus. If it wasn't the Siege Veteran we had untapped, then I'd maybe be tempted to do that. No, the Siege Veteran... problem is that these things all kind of, like... that's fine. Assembled together, because the Siege Veteran turns all the creatures into 1/1s. Then no block. But I think when it comes to us attacking back... huh. Gotta put up the first strike. Certainly playing the Valiant Veteran. Do we want to be... I don't want to put the Siege Veteran on. I think I'm going to play the Survivor this turn. They don't... it's just a case of like if they have another way to pump their creature. Counter on Thalia is the most likely. Just don't read this back. I want to attack creatures that don't die to that creature. I'm going to put a count on the new banana here. Yeah. I like this plan. Putting the counter on the guy who can't die is also pretty good. Do I want to split my attackers, or do I not want to split? If I split my attackers, they can block with... I think I just attack with some Thalia. Again. No, it's better than the Siege Veteran. You dumbass. Alright. The Squire 2's good though. I'm gonna find another way to pump. Or what I actually want is a Handbin. Handbin is just kind of lethal. Off the top, pretty much. I'm gonna put both of these on the bottom. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. 7 we go. My feet trapped in wise. Get a new chair that squeaks less, honestly. Pretty bad. I'll happily pitch the Guardian if they decide to double block for some reason. Then we get to sit back here with 3 first strikey blockers. Alright, them taking the 7 is kind of good. Because the other thing is that we can line these first strikey blockers up behind the same thing. The only thing we're really like the Guardian, fair enough, but the Enlist doesn't boost its toughness, so we can just block with Farnia. The other things here we can first strike to death, and if these die, again we get soldiers back. Soldiers bigger than all. Adeline, that's not a soldier, that's cheating. Fair enough. Alright. Where are you putting the counter? Really want to live and then scry the Hammond. They like my idea of putting out the Guardian. Reasonable, okay. Makes you feel better about my decision. Are they enlisting? They're not enlisting? They are enlisting. How do they scry? Funny, because now we're both in danger. Yeah, Adeline's a human, but not a knight. It also makes humans tokens, not soldier tokens. Cards obviously good, but because we have so many soldier matters cards, I was like, gonna be a little strange. Oh, we definitely don't take one Earth. But like, do we take? I think because our creatures just live, making a block is fine. Oh, live isn't the right word. Because our creatures get rebought. Are they? Okay. Anything for the graveyard? No. Okay. They're playing Bant actually. I wasn't ready for that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we get a 1/1 for that dying. I still really want to draw a Hambin. Rudocap is also good. He's having a first right block is that if we just remove the I want to attack with this. I'm probably gonna make this attack, we're gonna do this again. Again, I still find to pitch this Guardian, I'm probably gonna brutal Cathar the Guardian. Their side. That makes the most sense to me. And it's still kind of scrying for a Hambin because we can't prevent lethal yet. So out here. To punish the thing like that hit us. They also don't have good blockers for this anymore. Unless one attack here. Yeah, unless it's Eve action. There's no way we block with it. This isn't Hammond, but let's just draw a bunch of cards. That makes it. It's okay. Oh, they got lethal? I didn't remember what they tried. Oh, they have a Hammond like. They did block the target in the end. So I have a couple of options. We could Brutal Cathar the Valiant Veteran. Obviously, that reduces the power of their board. We can about. They're only got 1 card in hand, so I'm almost tempted to get rid of this. But we'd kind of find chump blocking a little bit. I take this. Like the Adeline, we can just first strike to death. Then turn. part of my, I'm not gonna lie, part of my reasoning behind playing an aggro deck in the metagame challenge was that hopefully, the hope was it'd be faster. We've stored up a bit here on the board. I hope that won't last for too long. They're gonna combat. They're going to combat, man. And call out the gods. The Don't Back Down Eminem in Pink that featured on the Black Ops 1 zombie map 5. That's how I know this song. You do like a bunch of things and then get it to play in the basement of the Pentagon. A bit of a niche reference. We're sat here waiting. Oh dear. Do you have any decks that you want to see? I don't plan on playing a ton of Standard, but I was like, oh, this is a good opportunity to do it. Even though I've just put out a blue-white Soldiers video for Explorer. I'll mess around, do the metagame challenge, and maybe head out that way. Again, I've been really, not, obsessed isn't necessarily the right word, but I've been really liking this Battlefield combo deck. I'm probably going to play a bunch more of that. What are we enlisting? Answer. Thing is, though, at this point, well, digital land, it's not very good. I don't know, we'll see. We try and remember, try and pay attention to what they leave on top and bottom now. Top, that's not good. This is 5. What are we attacking back with? Currently they have 2 blockers. We've got to assume they'll be able to play another one from hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 get through. Of those currently, I think we just can get the frontier back as well. I don't know blocks. I should block this thing. Oh, now I feel a little stupid. But I think our plan is to just kill them this time. That's the plan. We can make a couple of these small blockers larger block. Depends what they play. They're brutal Cathar, we get punished. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Attackers. 1, 2, 3 of them are 2 power. We can make another 1, 3 power with the Siege Veteran. And we can make another 1, 3 power. Should just be like UT. 5. Done my math incorrectly. That is bad, but I think they're 1, 2, 3, 5. Like 5 creatures. A lot. The lethal attack. Woohoo! Right, we navigated game 1. Good times. I was gonna say, I think the least they can take is 14. Unless there's a mystical lifelink in there. I've not spotted. See. There we go. Wait. Okay, so for the mirror, what do we want? I don't want to clunk up with Thalia. The creatures are going to end up getting big, so I actually do like the Destroy Evil. I don't hate the Fatal Absence, because there are a couple of things that do need to die. The Danics kind of don't do anything, apart from... If you trade them off, you can get like get some card advantage. The Harbin's the real key here. And I'm like, do I want to you want to go down on. Everyone's going to be casting spells. He's going to be awful. There aren't enchantments you want to kill. Wait, actually. The thing in the ball stores like this, when Myra attacks, she makes like 10 tokens. Pretty nuts. Wait, actually not like. You know, honestly, the Danix are a little do nothing. Like you just sit there not being able to attack. Problematic. Classic officers are great. They also get to fly over the top. Like these. Well, maybe a frontliner. It was good for going. I think it's good enough because you go. Well, fine. Legitimately, I'm fine with all of these. I think the survivor is a little better than frontliner because frontliner gets so see we're on the draw. Doesn't attack through, and hey, survivor crawlers when buffed becomes a big first strike blocker. So I think this is how we want to play. Let's run it back. Run it back. How it goes. So far, we're 25 minutes. Looks fine. Like, again, the front line doesn't do a ton. Early. Like, looks all sad here. And to be fair, at the moment it trades. We 100% snap that trade off every day of the week. Because this comes back. And this is an ability what's in play. Like, yeah. Damn. Maybe in context, the front line is not that bad. Maybe none of the cards matter. Anyway. Got Thalia here. Brutal Cathar. I didn't see Brutal Cathar of them. Obviously, we both got pretty, like, we both sorted out a bit there. They saw quite a lot of cards from each other. They are playing Bant, which I guess, yeah, it's a bit of courtyard. Other bits and pieces. Well, they hit the double. Okay. One hero, one on soldier. That should probably let them cast. I presume that lets them cast everything. Alien veteran is the curve you want. We're not blocking that yet. Fine. Untap, make a Thalia. Gonna conceal the blue source for a turn. Then we're gonna make a Sky Strike officer and start trying to pop off with this thing. That's the plan. That's the plan. Ew. Homeland. Okay, they have their own Sky Strike officer. That makes ours worse. I still think I play mine before I kill theirs. Oh, no, this is fine, I think. This pressures them if they've got a removal spell to use it on the Sky Strike officer, and then we can have these work around with. Charlie's still holding off the ground attacks. Alright. Neato. Go do one. Yeah, Sky Strike officer is actually way better than I gave it credit for. Well, okay. It's really, really good in these kind of things when you're getting like board stored like this. And it's quite good versus like decks where you want to fly over the top because the creatures are bigger than yours when you get to the later stages of the game. Cards might be way bigger than that game. Also, is pretty cool. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Can't be allowed to live, really. I forget, playing standard, we're not going to get accompanied. I play too much, and we got the thought. But, I largely play Explorer. And if you're interested in Explorer stuff, please subscribe to the channel. Danik. Soldier's good with buff soldier card. We can't double spell here, which means it's gonna take the Sky Sculpture, the Sky Sculpture out of play. And offer sorts of card advantage if pass. Trying to work out exactly how much pressure we're under. They're probably expecting us to get the Valerie veteran, but actually, I think the Sky Strike is key. We've also got a second removal spell, so we're kind of, waiting for choice. I'm currently weighing up the option of throwing the Thalia under the bus to double spell it. They're going to draw some cards here, but I actually want to make sure they can still present some blockers, probably. Better or worse. I'm just going to attack over the top with my Sky Strike. Personally. I don't love throwing the Thalia under the bus. But getting rid of the Valiant Veteran is pretty powerful. Like, we want to be able to cast 2 spells next turn. If we draw a land, obviously we can do that anyway. But, yeah. And the other thing is that if we can make a Valiant Veteran and then pass with Fatal up, then we can blow them out in comp. Which is optimal. Alright. As it is, they probably get in with, like, Guardian here. Maybe leave the Danik back to block. I would probably go, like, attack with Guardian and the... Sorry, attack with Guardian unless the Valiant Veteran. Oh, the Siege Veteran's good. That lets you put something else out of reach of Thalia. Stop getting first rate death. Probably I would count on the Recruitment Officer, then attack with the Officer and the Guardian New Benalia, and then unless the Valiant Veteran, sit back with the Veteran, Token, and Danik on defense. Counter on Danik's good though. Making a big lifelink person is powerful. I really am down with the fight into the box. You draw land look very silly. 3 cards left. Depends how fast they're closing the game out. I'm gonna block here. Take the... No, actually, I like the hedge. I like the hedge. I like the hedge. I want to keep as much on board alive as possible. It's just so the just so I don't forget about it. Oh, we hit a land. That's fine though, I think. Ah, we could have drawn and then maybe blocked. I wasn't sure what I wanted to block with, honestly. Drawing Brutal card's pretty good. Bit tight on the accents. I think it's still big, right? I mean, it's not that big. It's getting bigger. This thing's awesome. So many, like, really important cards here. This stops the creatures growing. Okay, no, this is fine. We tap the flyer again. And then next turn, some more options. Now we can really try and block us a bit. I'm going to draw a couple of cards. We're kind of relying on us having the card draw to kind of take us up and away out of the game. Also, again, drawing towards Harbin. Harbin does just almost end the game on the spot. 3, 6, 9, 13, 17. Harbin would in fact be lead. So, we might go for a multi-block on the Danik here, just to get it out of the way. I'm a little scared, to be honest. We're at the point where we want to chump block with the frontliner. See where these cards go. I feel like we're about to turn the corner. That's not just accidentally done. A really good thing Harbin's legendary, huh? You just play 4 of that card. Pretty crazy. So what I'm kind of suggesting, I think we need. This guy's forgotten. We're gonna do this. Let the Danik hit us for 4. Then we go up to 23, which is relevant, but frontline in that regard is. Guardian also one. Before like good times. There are so many things that we want to get down here. You see how many extra cards we're drawing? Danik not being as good, but also letting them Danik from the graveyard is actually pretty bad for us, or at least not great. Oh, this is actually insane. He gets a double spell here, and it's just like GG. Oh my god. These all have first rate, but getting to flip them is pretty good too. Yep. Honestly, they should have be able to cast the cards in hand unless that lands. Oh, okay. Azorius Headquarters is a rough one to be playing. Magic trick time. I'm for these two rather than the Valet. Valet veteran actually. That's these. Can you draw a bunch more cards as well? They did not cast a spell last turn. Oh, maybe their hand is just lands, but letting the Brutal Cathar's flip is tough. It is tough. I go to the races a little. Looks like maybe they have a kill spell for one of these. That's a Harden. I'm gonna cast my round just so they can't get this as a play. That's GG. Alright, we make it through round 1. That's like 35 minutes to play the blue-white aggro mirror. Okay, alright. That was tough. I was afraid of... I was like, oh, if we have a long one... This was not the match I was expecting to go long either. Do a bit of time with our decisions. Okay. Alright. In a match 2. This is going to be the... Alright, we take 40 minutes winning match 1, and then we're going to get crushed here and annihilated in like 10 minutes in match 2. And that's it. That's the video. Like and subscribe! Woo! We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. No blue source, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Generous as this is all of a sudden very dangerous. Liking seeing Thalia, given that opener. So generous visitor when you cast an enchantment spell, put a count on a creature you control. Army 2, finds a brutal. Gonna Thalia in the hopes this stalls them down a bit. I will send this recruitment officer and pray that they trade with it. That's not gonna happen though. Alright. They're gonna go pretty big pretty quickly, so our plan is Sky Strike off. Oh my. Forgot about that. That's a new addition. Just like, oh yeah. Here, have this. Catch, hold 6 by the way. Ooh, that is clutch. We'll reveal this. Gonna cast it. Take the Kami out of play. Oh. Do this. Okay, cool. So now we've got Valiant Veteran or Skystrike Officer, depending how... They're putting a... Alright, if they don't have another follow-up here... Oh no, okay, they're competing with Spirits, that's fine. Because we're going to get an attacking on the ground here. That's... Oh, it's like the perfect draw. Alright, so those are now 2/2s. I think it's a 1/1. Can't do... Siege Veteran. I suppose we're going to do a lot of trading. This goes in the air. On 12. Still block pretty well. Let me try and put 2. He's going to want to block with these. Leave the Thalia back just to block in theory. That they have. If our first strike block a squadron, might turn into a first strike attack a squadron. My green. Oh, it's a Blanchard armor. Takes it. Good draw. Still a fast strike army here. I'll attack with it. Am I dumb? There are 2 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 lethal. Oh, flight ringing. Oh god. What we hit with fighting again? Tell me. Tell me now. Trample haste. That's a 4/4. Alright, no problem. Not a thing of Shigeki. Not a thing of Shigeki. Anything else would be fine. Let's show we can work out the attack with. Pow. Ladies and gentlemen, got him. First strike, baby. Doesn't have lifelink? No. Could get harder. In a pretty well-timed Brutal Cathar to kind of disrupt their early plan. Yeah. Oddity. They're honestly like mono green aggro plan. The Fatal Flabbertons are good. Three Evil's good. They have Fight Ringing. They have some other enchantments who may also bring the card commandos, I think. They also block their creatures reasonably well when they're big. Kind of off these Denics. Kind of off the. Actually, a lot of their spells are pretty cheap. Expensive thing. They're not doing anything on our turn. I think I want to take the Myral out. What else? Any others twos want to go? I think Thalia is important enough. Do another one though. I think so. Just slow them down a little bit. The play here. Again, the front line is like the other weak card in the deck. Skyscraper officers I like. The veterans are actually not at their best here. That's just chump blocking. Guardians. Fine. Got cut a couple of copies of this. Cut a copy. Cutting this seems whack, but I think actually it is necessary. These cards are all pretty. Yeah. No. I'm down. Extra Officer provides us with a blocker when it attacks, and also is evasive and goes over the top. Those are two things we both very much desire. A pretty reasonable opener. Pretty good opener. No, I have no complaints here. If we're on the play, I think you could maybe look to play some counter spells, but because like, with that being said, you have a bunch of early creatures and spells that the counter spells are awkward. I will no blocks one time. Ass? Is this trying to stall off a fight ring or something like that? We'll see what they actually have. Could be a powerful 3-drop creature. Okay, visitor into nothing. Planes. This time we have the Harbin. I want to get that up and running as fast as possible. The card that makes that happen the most is Skystrike Officer. And we will. I'm just gonna pass. I don't want to lose any of my soldiers in combat. We can attack with Talia and it's basically free, but it blocks really well. Okay. It's 7 to transform this. Fine. Happy to take a hit for. What does it give you other creatures? Brutal Cathar? Combat. They're mono green and not green white. I don't have to worry about them playing like an O-ring effect. I'm just going to take the oddity out of the picture. And next time we're going to make Hambin. Is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. Unless we hit a land. Didn't hit a land. Still very much the plan. We've got 13 life, we've got a couple of blockers. Leaving them on 2. Oh. I wasn't ready for this, but this is pretty. GG's. Yes, that was 10 minutes compared to the 35 we played the blue-white. Not too bad, not too bad. That deck is sweet, to be fair. Kind of well positioned with how it draws what's out. Having Tharley to slow them down both times is pretty good. Etc. Also, do think the Soldier deck is very good. Go again. Match number 3. Dario. They're going to be on the play. A quick check what's going in on camera at live here right now. We've got Angels versus Fires. Not the most exciting to be honest. Alright. Good point to record a video. This hand's a little slow. The thing about mulliganing, we have 4 lands, 2 Sky Recovers and no blue sources, which sounds like a put them back to me. Yeah. We will do that. Castle. We're still on the draw, like, hey, maybe draw, drop. Not the end of the world. You drop. Oh, Valiant would be a good draw. This draw step coming up. Yeah, so Valiant Veteran, when I was putting together, when I was not in my blue-white soldiers deck for Explorer, and that's because I stayed to the human game plan. I was like, alright, human soldiers only. We still playing with Tharlith Lieutenant on the human matters cards. So, this art is incredible. Looks like actually, it doesn't look like traditional Van Saar, but there was somebody who did actually, this is Unisha reference. Fine. Oh, it's really, really cool though. Anyway. Alright, and for the one person maybe that knows, there was a White Dwarf, which is a Warhammer magazine, back in like 2003. There was a Necromunda campaign, and one of the players did Vansar, but they kind of did them in like weird like cybernetic stuff that looked a bit like this, honestly. That's why I'm excited. 3 mana pass. I don't run out of Seed Veteran, but we're not expecting it to hit the table. So Grixis mid-range is kind of like the number 1 enemy. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright. At least they're down on cards. Well, I say down on cards. At least they use cards in their hand. Corpus of Praise is a sweet one. Exile creature from a graveyard. If a card's put into exile this way, look at the top. Exile card from the graveyard, look at the top 3 cards of your library. One of them goes into your hand. Yeah. Pretty good. Trying to work out what to eat. Oh, no. Has eaten is looking at what to... I want to keep. Card's really, really cool. 3 mana, 3/3, huge upside. Take 2 here. This might be the wall that we don't make it. I don't like the Guardian. We want them to use as much removal as possible before I play the Brutal Cathar. Having it die is not great. I'm going to decline. Get them with the exclamation game. We'll see. Like, currently as it is. The other thing is the Guardian gets to stick to the board a little bit. Answer this. Dynamic away. Alright. Trade our lands in for some spells. I'm down for that. Oh, play the Takanuma. No. They're creatures. Punch. Corpse Appraise is so good. I kind of missed how good Grixis is. I'm not playing the. Yeah, come in and hit me for 5. Trigger on this? Oh, if you draw 2 cards. Yeah. Yep. Oh, attacks. I want to cast both of these. That's not true. I'm just not trying hard enough. The bit where I exile the Appraiser, they kill the Brutal Cathar, they get the Appraiser back, then exile the Cathar with the Appraiser, then gets out of cards there. Pretty nuts, isn't it? Now we get to activate Recruitment Officer, in theory. Attack. Why don't I attack? They have a kill spell. There it is. The Appraiser's going to re-enter. They're going to get to exile the Brutal Cathar from my graveyard. Shabam. They're going to get to look at the top 3 cards of their library. 1 in hand, 2 lands into the bin. And all of a sudden we're so far behind. Can't see the light of day. The end of the tunnel is not close. Yeah. I guess if I attacked with the Guardian, it would have blown us out even further because I'd been able to block with it. So, there is that. Played him like a set. Okay. We'll take a draw step. Let's go to game 2. Okay. Grixis is hard. They have a bunch of removal. They have a bunch of pretty sizable creatures. My real idea here is to bring in some counter spells, and the Denics are actually. I don't know if I want to play. Can't say draw 2. On the plan, I definitely want the 1-drops. That's the plan. I want to cut some of the slower things. Like Skysock Elf draws cards. It's great if I've got creatures in play, which isn't necessarily need. I am going to cut the Myrel. But we're basically looking to go like 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop counterspell. What we're looking to do. Or like 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and then counterspell. What are we trimming on? The Cathars are so bad. It's our only real form of removal, but like once we get a board going, we don't care as much. We should leave a couple. We've not seen anything. It's just such a blowout, and there's so many removal spells. This is the way we're going to sideboard. That's how we're going to play it. And we're going to get them. Yep. I believe. We get to be able to play, which is important. Land's also pretty good. Old. This looks fun. I'm going to put the Survivor on the bottom. The front line is kind of better in a vacuum. Better in a vacuum, but this isn't. Which you might say, why is it in the deck? But. The answer is the card's fine. But there's some concessions that there aren't very many good ones. Like, we're going to run Thalia out. We want to have them to wait another turn before they can play a kill spell. They don't have like excellent 2-drops. A couple of okay ones. Siege Veteran. Counter's going to go on the front line because if they kill it, we can bring it back. They want to kill the Thalia here. They may opt to kill the Siege Veteran. Fair play. The roller error has impressed me. Yeah, the other 1-drop that I was talking about before, like you we need to still attack here. I don't mind losing frontliner. I shouldn't have played it. Back from the yard. I should have kept the land to pitch. Alright. That's basically our entire hand gone and out on the field now. It's a little scary. Fingers crossed we draw good. Yeah, the reason why, like, hey, some of these soldier, like, one-drops aren't that great, we have to have a critical number of them. Recruitment officer is obviously great. Frontliner I've been pretty impressed with. The third one, like, we've got a bunch of ways to buff it up as a first strike blocker attacker. And it has the other one, still fine. We're doing this. But down Tharley is a little brutal. We'll put both of these on the bottom, just looking for like a good like payoff, 3-drop payoffs. Undecided if I would discard here. Having this in play is better than having the survivor in play though. We get to scry again later. This game's a little over, to be honest. Yeah, the cut downs, the item removal is just wrong. Like, I was curious to see how much this will get played. I think it gets mocked quite a lot for being like not very mythic of a card. It's decided that doesn't top deck particularly. I see that we still have some reason to announce it. I would love to attack. They just put this in the way, and probably need the ability to claw back out. We can take some hits. If they burn the kill saw the recruitment officer, fine. If not, we might end up drawing cards off of it if we hit like land here. Oh. Tough. Silver's Praise are gonna find them. But they put cut down to the graveyard. The game's over. The game's over. There's just no way. Alright. Cut down kills both the creatures we have in play. What could possibly be worse than that? We're not attacking the recruitment officer here. Specifically, we want to draw a card. I mean, the brain's about the same. Fair enough. We in trouble. Block a corpse. Oh, we can't block it.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
Hey, son. This is a rough matchup. And fair enough. I mean, maybe we could claw out of it. I'm not sure. 8 lives is not very much. We get to block one of the corpse appraisers. I maybe go for the double block. Just because if they have extra removal spell, we're in such a big huge trouble anyway. We'll see. If we go to 2, it's possible they have them some kind of... Oh. GG's. Well, thank you for watching. We went 2-1 in the standard challenge. Yeah. And this video is 1 hour and 5 minutes, and most of that is us playing a blue-white mirror, which is just perfect. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. I do largely explore content, but do dabble in standard, historic, other formats, some paper stuff as well, with like modern Pioneer. And yeah. So yeah, please like, subscribe, comment if you got a deck you want to see me play, and have a wonderful day. Peace out.